What is going on, guys? It is Patrick here, and today I'm very excited to be bringing you my ultimate guide to the new Shadows of Evil Zombies map. So what this video is going to serve as is a complete reference guide to this map. It's intended for giving you all the information. So if it's in this map, it's going to be in the video. So we're going to start off with a walkthrough, just show you where everything is, go over Pack-a-Punch, the swords, the wonder weapon, strategy. If it's in this map, as I said, it's going to be in this video. So if you guys want to leave a like, as this is going to be a long one, come back to it, check it out later. That would be awesome. But anyways, let's get into it. All right, so when you spawn into the map, you're going to be in an area known as Easy Street. Now, there's going to be a locked staircase behind you, which I'll go over later. This is actually for Pack-a-Punch, but this is just your typical spawn. You've got Quick Revive, you've got two guns on the wall. One is the Shiva, which is like an M14 semi-automatic rifle, and the other is the RK5, which is the burst fire pistol, kind of like the B23R from Black Ops 2. There's also a map, which you can check out if you find that helpful, if you're a visual guy. But the big thing I need to go over before we really get into this walkthrough is beast mode, so you can understand it and use it for yourself. So you get 3 in solo, and you get a new one every round. And basically what this is it's like Afterlife from Mob of the Dead. So what it is it like you can unlock things in the map with it. So you can break doors, you can open up perks, as well as just other like shock meters to open up doors and things like that, as well as grapple up to areas that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get into. Now that little thing I just broke open there will be very important, just note that. So as you can see, shocking things. And lastly, the last feature of this is grapple, so this can get you up to certain areas of the map. Again, I'll be going over this a lot more in depth later, but I just want you guys to understand how it works, what it's good for. Again, you can see that it opens the door, all that good stuff. Alright, so you really don't need to stay in the spawn longer than round 1. There's not a whole lot going on here. But once you open this door, you're going to be in the junction. And this is kind of the way that leads to the rest of the map, just kind of a waypoint. So we've got 3 different areas. We have the canals, which you see right there. And there's going to be a perk bottle outside every gate, and what color it is going to determine what perk is located in that area of the map. So it switches between Speed Cola, Jug, and Double Tap. It's random. We've got another gun right there. So as you can see, another thing to note is there's going to be these fumigators all around the map, which are actually for these pods right here. Basically what they do is they're kind of like dig sites from Origins. They give you free things, but they can be upgraded. So like as you kind of like, if you wait, they'll get bigger and bigger, and the longer you wait, they go from green, which gives you nothing really, to red, which gives you something decent, to purple, which can give you ray guns, wonder weapon parts, 1,000 points. Really, really, really good. So they kind of vary, like I said, but that's just that. So that is the canal. That's one area. That is the cops area. The next area we have is the waterfront, which is going to be right here. As you can see right there, waterfront district, that is for the boxer. There's a yellow perk there, so that means that's going to be double tap, but like I said, it's random, right? So it can be anything. We've also got a gobblegum location in this map. That's always going to be open right when you spawn into it. And then we've got another gun, which is the KRM right there. Now, last area of the map is the footlight district. As you can see, the perk there is red, so that's going to be Juggernog. I would recommend going wherever Juggernog is first, to be completely honest. Now, last bit of this map, we have the stamina up, as well as another beast mode area. Alright, so the first area that we're going to cover is the waterfront district. Now, this district belongs to the boxer, so it's kind of all about him. This is where his ritual site is and all that good stuff. To the right, there is the high street for this area, which we'll cover in a sec, but we're going to take the low road first. So this is a trap. There's a lot of traps around the map. They're all the same. On the wall, we have the Kuda, which I actually recommend buying. I think it's a really good just point gun. Cheap. It kind of reminds me of the MP5. There is another gobblegum. They're all around the map. We have a box location right there, as well as a spot for the civil protector. Now, he's like a AI that will spawn in. I'll show you how to purchase him a little bit and build him a little bit later. And last in this area, we have a rift location. Now, to get in there, I will be showing it later, is you have to use your beast mode to open that door, and basically all you do is press X, and the rift is another area that will be shown. Now, coming up the stairs, we have yet another beast mode statue. There's a lot of these around the map, as you can only use each individual one once a round. Up there is the train cart, but if we head down, we're going to go to the important area of this map, which is the sacrifice spot. So we have the HVK right there, yet another beast mode, like I said. There's actually a workbench just to the left. It's not really in a great location. I find all the workbenches aren't in this game, but that's what it is. There is a pod. You can see it's been fully upgraded, so it's purple, and it gives us, I forget what it gives this is. Fire Sale, like I said, decent drop. Sometimes it'll give you max ammos. It's very, very good. Now, coming down here, there's not a lot in any of the ritual sites, I should mention. This is actually the only one that has anything in it, which is why I'm showing this. What this has is a Bowie knife at the back. So again, this is for Pack-a-Punch. You don't need to know this right now, but there you go. There's a Bowie knife if you're looking for that. So this area is very, very dangerous. I'm just going to say straight up, if you're on like any kind of late round, like 10 plus, I would not recommend sitting around here. It's just very dangerous. Like, although this map is close quarters to begin with, this is probably the worst area, so just be careful. All right, so we're going to go through this area again, yet going through the high road this time. So to open up this staircase to the right here, there's going to be a power switch right beside it. You must grapple up to this area and turn it on. So there's also going to be a perk location in here. It just happens to be Jug this time. Keep in mind, it's not always going to be Jug. Another beast location, and we also have a Cthulhu statue, which that is for the sword. Again, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be covered later in this video. I just want you guys to understand where everything is first before I start like going like, oh yeah, go here, do this stuff. We've got another gun on the wall, which is the M8A7, kind of like the M8A1 from Black Ops 2. I really like that, and another box location. Now, coming up here is the train, which I just kind of pointed out briefly. So this is for getting around the map quickly. It's kind of like a really, really improved transit bus. So you can just go wherever you want. Takes like 2 seconds. It's very, very convenient. There's also a bootlegger in here, which is a very good gun for 2,000 points. All right, so next up, we're going to look at the Canal District. Now, this district belongs to the cops. So starting off straight away, there's going to be a beast mode there. And this is kind of like a 3-level area. So it's not super significant any area. There's just a little bit of stuff on all. So as you can see, it just kind of loops around. It's kind of like this area is a figure 8, the best I can explain it. So you can do a full loop all the way around. You've got a civil protector there. But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. Now, to the right of the statue, there's going to be another Cthulhu statue, but going back around, you can see how it kind of forms a figure 8. We've got another M8A7 on the wall, as well as another workshop. Now, going up these stairs is going to take you into the Ruby Rabbit, which is the sacrifice place for the cop. So again, we don't have to worry about that right yet. And then coming back there also to the other staircase is going to be the train location. So coming back around, we can go to the right. We kind of came from that left direction. You can see a pod. There's a gumball machine. And again, this is just going to loop back to the original place that we came from. So if you continue on from where you're going, you can actually go back to this central location and then hop down or just take the stairs down, and we're going to be in the bottom of the canals. Now, right here is a sacrifice piece. I'll go over that again later. Another spot to the rift, a mystery box location, as well as a trap. So this is a lot of beast mode stuff down here, I should mention. But coming back up the stairs here, we've already been here. As you can see, there's one last way you can go about this area, and that is the high road. There's a high road for all 3 areas, and that's where the perks are always going to spawn. So as you can see, that's the junction. If you go to your immediate right up the stairs, this is here. You're going to have to turn on this staircase as well with that power meter by grappling up to the top of this area. So we've got a pod here. We've got a beast mode, as well as this crawler dies, perk machine. So that's another perk machine. Again, it's going to be random. That could be Jug or Speed Cola as well, but we're lucky. I guess that's double tap. I don't know, not really luck. Anyways, we have another gun on the wall here. This is actually a very good gun as well. Kind of reminds me of the AN-94. Maybe not quite as good, but there you go. So that's where the Ruby Rabbit is. You see how this kind of top part loops up around. And then the last part, again, is always going to be the train station, which is always going to have a Gobblegum location in it. And then the last location that we have is the Footlight District. Now, this is Jessica, the girls district, and she's got her show place in it. So there's another beast mode here. This is a pretty close quartered area, as you can see. Very, very tight. We've got Gobblegum. We've got a gun on the wall, the Vesper. We've also got another Cthulhu statue standing here, as well as a last part to the rift. There's the Civil Protector there. But back in this corner here, this place just to the right, we're going to find another rift location. Now, there is a high road, again, as you can see right here. But I'm going to cover that second. I like to go over the bottom area of the map first, and then we'll go back and cover the high road, as I find the high road is usually less important, although it will have the perk location. So this is like the main area of this place. It's probably the largest. but really hard to train. It seems like it wouldn't be too bad, but it's very tight, and there's a lot of cars that make it not good for training. You've got a box location there, and to the left up that staircase is the train location, which we'll show as we go through the high road. Now, the other place of or thing of significance in this area, other than that pod, is the I don't know if I want to call this like the stripper place or whatever you call it, but this is the place where Jessica is. This is her sacrifice place. Anyways, the upstairs way we can go, the Footlight District. You're gonna see that meter right there. You got to turn that on to get up here. There's a grapple, you got to come up. We've got Speed Cola again, and then another mystery box location. So this is up towards the Footlight District. Now, the high roads are always kind of distinguished by two different parts. There's going to be the main perk area, which is of significance, and then this long strip of kind of nothingness in every single area that leads to the train. So this is not really worth opening until you're towards the end of your round. Later in the rounds where you have the money to spare. We've got a gun right here, as well as that workbench over there for perk machine. Anyways, this is going to lead us up to the train card, and that's really it for the 3 districts. Now, the last area is the rift, which, as I mentioned, you have to break open those doors that I showed in beast mode, and then you can go up to them, hit X, and you can now go to the rift, which is where we go to Pack-a-Punch. Alright, so you can get to the rift through any 3 of the little portals that I showed you. It doesn't matter which one you go through, but just make sure you open all 3 of them up so that you can leave any one you want. If it's not been opened in its area, even if you smash the door, you can't access it. So this is a very important area. But that's for the Civil Protector, and this is a very good spot to train, I should mention, right out the gates. So here you see it, very open. We've got a Gobblegum, we've got a mystery box location, and we've got the new perk Widow's Wine. So that's actually perfect demonstration of it right there. That's what it does. It kind of just slows down the zombie. It's very good. Look at this scrub, can't even freaking move. What are you doing, bud? Anyways, going up the stairs here, we've got another perk, which is going to be Mule Cake. Again, you can turn that on, and a very important thing to remember is now that you're here, you can actually open up if you turn on that little box right there. You'll open up this staircase, which will actually give you a physically direct route to this area. So this is it. We've got a Cthulhu statue right here, and last but not least, we have Pack-a-Punch, which I will show you how to open up right now. Anyways, that's the walkthrough. It's a big old map, but let's go on to Pack-a-Punch. Alright, so the key to Pack-a-Punch, and really the only thing, is performing all rituals on the map. So as mentioned, there are 4 around the area. There's 1 in the boxing ring, there's 1 right behind Spawn, 1 at the Ruby Rabbit, and 1 at Jessica's dance place. Now for each ritual, you're going to need 2 things. The first is the summoning orb, which is that box that we've broken up, that little circular thing that we found right in the spawn. And then the other thing is a personal item. So the first person we're going to show how to do this is Nero, the magician. So to do this, you're going to want to open up the door to the junction and head into beast mode. Now there's going to be 2 things we need. First, you need to shock this thing right here. This is going to give you Nero's personal item, and next you're going to want to grapple up to this location. Now you're going to go through his place, and at the very end of this weird winding road, there's going to be a little shock thing that you can hit, and that's going to open up the staircase. Alright, so once you're back in your body, just head straight outside the spawn, and you're going to see a golden shining thing. That is Nero's pen. Now head back to the spawn and walk up the newly opened staircase, and this is going to take us to the ritual location. So to do a ritual location, it's kind of like the generators from Origins, if you've ever played that map from Black Ops 2. Basically, just put down your 2 pieces, and it's going to lock you in here. We're gonna have some ghostly kind of guys come in. Basically, how the ritual works is you just have to wait for it to finish. You'll pick up a gate worm piece, which is gonna be 1 of 4 for Pack-a-Punch. So this is the first area, very straightforward. Just make sure you don't get cornered, don't go down, and you'll be good to go. Alright, so the next place we're going to show is the Boxer's place, which is the waterfront. So head into beast mode on that altar right there and go down to the bottom of the place. This is the gym. All you got to do is smash the door open so you can get into it. Now the other thing that you're going to have to acquire is the championship belt, which is the Boxer's personal item. So what you got to do is actually grapple up to this location right here. You could probably do this in 1 if you're quick. I just took 2 just to show you guys. So there you go. You can get that. It'll fall down, pick it up, and head down to the waterfront. So put your 2 pieces on, do your ritual, and then you're going to be good to go. Grab your second piece, and be careful because you're about to get your first Margwa spawning in. So these are the big three-headed guys. You have to shoot them when their mouth is open, the yellow one. It's always going to go left, middle, right. They're a one-shot if you don't have Jug. So be very, very careful. Difficult to kill, but if it's honestly, even an early round, if you have a decent gun, it's not going to be the end of the world. So that's that. Now let's move on to the next one. All right, so for Jessica, you're going to want to go to the Footlight District, head into Beast Mode, and grapple up to the top of the building. There's going to be a power switch behind here that you can hit, and then there's going to actually be another thing that you need to grapple over to. So head over here. You're gonna have seen this area before. Jump across and hit that. That's going to be the personal item from Jessica. So head into the alleyway, grab the hairpiece, and then we're going to head towards the theater area. So pop in here, do your sacrifice, and you'll be good to get your third piece. Now, you're not going to get a Margwa on this one. It's only the second and the fourth. So that's your third gate worm. Let's go get the fourth. All right, so for the last area, we have the cop, which is located in the canals. So what you're going to want to do is head into beast mode, go down into the canals themselves, and unlock this voltage meter. This is going to give you access to the cop's badge. So there's going to be two things you can open. That just leads to the rift, and then this you want to break. That's going to give you the badge itself, as you can see there. So grapple up to the top of the Ruby Rabbit and head down all the way through the stairs, and you're going to want to open up this staircase that's going to be located right there. Now from here, you can go ahead again, go up, place your things down, do your ritual, and get your fourth and final gate worm. Now you're going to have another Margwa spawn in after the fourth one, and after this, you're going to have to head to the rift and go up to this door with all the yellow lights. Now it'll just open automatically for you, and there's going to be 4 little pillars that you want to put each gate word on. So they're going to spawn in like these walls. All you have to do is just run up to it, press A, the jump command, and it'll just open up. It looks kind of difficult. I was scared. You can fall off it, but it's really, really easy. So that's fine. So put all 4 down. Now head back to the summoning table, place down your summoning orb, and you will open up Pack-a-Punch. It's going to be similar to the summoning process with ghost spawning in as well as a Margwa at the end of it. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you open up Pack-a-Punch. All right, so now we're going to move on to the 3 buildables of this map. And the first one that we're going to look at is the rocket shield. So there's 3 parts to this, and they're all located at each of the random perk locations. So jug, speed, and double tap. The first piece looks like this, and it's located in 3 areas where you just saw it picked up right across from it right there. And the other location that it can be found, it's random, is going to be in that chair right there. Now the second piece is going to be located at the waterfront up by the perk machine again, and this can spawn in another 3 areas. So the first one is right there. That's the piece you're going to be looking for. It's like a tank. The second spot it can spawn is right by those crates right there, and then the last is at the far wall by the statue. I don't really get a good shot at it as the zombie kind of gets in my way, but just on that far wall right there. Now the last piece is going to be located upstairs in the canals. So it's that piece that you see right there on the bridge. It can be located over there by the couches again, on the bridge. As you can see, it is right there. And then the last piece is going to be up by Speed Cola right over in this corner right here. So you get those 3 parts, bring it to any workbench and build it. It's pretty dope. It's got the rocket things on it, as I'm sure you guys have seen. Anyways, let's move on to the Civil Protector. All right, so you're going to be looking for 3 fuses located around the map. Now, each one is very close to the shield pieces. So instead of the perk location area of the high roads, they're going to be located on the walkway that leads from the perk location towards the train cart, if that makes sense. So like I said, they're very, very obvious. There's going to be 3 locations for each, and each single one is on like the walk part. So it's just like this glowing light, super easy, which is why I'm not showing every single location. They're just literally along the walkway. So take all 3 pieces to the rift, put them on that fuse box, and then you can call him in on these areas. So he's 2,000 points. Basically, as you can see here, what he does, he comes in. He's kind of like RoboCop. He just shoots up zombies, kills dudes. Very, very helpful when you're either in a situation or you know you're about to do something which is difficult. Very, very helpful for that, as well as pretty cool. I don't know if we can upgrade him. There's been a lot of theory, but like I said, it's only 3 days in, so if you can't upgrade him, it's going to be missing from this guide. Anyways, that's the Civil Protector. Moving on to the Wonder Weapon. Alright, so my gameplay of the Wonder Weapon itself actually got corrupted, as it wasn't in this game where you see me picking it up, but it's a very, very easy thing to build. So how it works is there's 3 parts, and they're pretty much all random, but again, very easy. The first, what you have to do is simply kill a Margwa, and he will drop a heart. It's usually the very first one. The second one, again, it's like just this random thing. You have to kill the flying guys, and after a certain amount, usually between round like 10 to 25, it'll drop a xenomatter, and that's it. And then the last one, again, is super random. You just have to simply go up to a pod that has been purple, so you should let them sit throughout your game until they become purple and just try to find one. Very weird how random it is. I would say you'll probably get it by round 20, but again, it's not something that you can just go and get. It's got to be random. So again, take it to any workbench, build it, and there you go. Now, I should mention it's also pack-a-punchable, so all you got to do is there's been this weird glitch. So go up to the pack-a-punch with a normal gun and then swap out to the wonder weapon, and it will just pack-a-punch, simple as that. Anyways, let's move on to the swords. So the first thing that you guys are going to have to do are find 3 symbols that can only be seen in windows from the train. So basically what you do is you go in the train, you pass through, and you look out the window into this other window, and you're going to see them. So you can follow my example. It's probably going to be easiest. I'm leaving from the Footlight District right now, and I'm looking to my left. So the one in the Footlight District is square. As you can see there, I pause it, and I take a pick. Now, you can actually get a second one on your way. I'm heading to the canal at this point, so make sure it's going to the canal, and look to your right, and you're going to see another one. I didn't pause that time because it's a pretty obvious looking thing, but as you can see, you can get 2 in your first ride. So heading from the Footlight District to the canal, you want to go left and then right. So there again, you see the one we were just looking at. Now this is going from the canal to the waterfront. So the one to the waterfront is also going to be located on the left, right here. So you can kind of watch this over again if you want. It's a little bit confusing, but once you figure it out, super basic. The last one is located right there. I see it's just a simple arrow. So just remember those 3 numbers, write them down, or digits, whatever they are, and go to this wall here into beast mode. And all you got to do is just simply zap them. So boom, boom, and then I get the final one, which is located right there, and this wall opens up, which is going to locate the swords and eggs. Now what you have to do is go up to this podium right here and grab an egg. The sword can only be unlocked once the egg is fully charged. Now remember these Cthulhu statues? This is what they come in handy for. So you want to place them down and start filling up souls, just like in the map Origin. So it doesn't take a lot, as you see how fast there was. There's one right in the rift. There's one in the alleyway of the Footlight District, as you can see. There's one just beyond the perk machine in the Waterfront District, as you can see right there. And then the final one is located at the very, very back location of the canal. So you just got to fill them up, and once that's all 4 are done, they glow. Take it back to this location, put it in, and you have crafted your sword. So you can see it seems difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually very, very straightforward. I thought it was going to be like as difficult as Origin staffs. Not at all. Now the second part to this is the upgrading, which is more difficult, but also very, very basic. So you want to go to your character's ritual site. So if you are the cop, go to the Ruby Rabbit in the canals. If you are the boxer, go to the boxing ring in the waterfront. If you're Jessica, go to the strip show place. And if you're Nero, you go to the magic place just outside of Spawn. So once you're there, there's going to be this ghostly looking guy. Just go up to him, press square. He's going to give you an arch ovum, and you have to take this to 4 ritual sites or little circle areas around the map. So as you can see here, just go up to them, press square, and you're going to have Margwa spawn in. On the first, you'll get 1, and the next 3, you're going to get 2. So it's fairly difficult. They're all located outside of the ritual areas. So the first one, as you saw, was outside that place. The second one is just outside of the spawn for Nero. The third one is just outside of the theater area for Jessica. Boom. And then the last one is down at the waterfront just outside his spawn. So once you've killed all those Margwas, done all that, you want to head back to the area where you got the egg. You're going to give this creepy looking dude your sword, and he is going to upgrade it for you and give you the most beautiful, amazing thing ever, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the Keeper sword. So here you go. This is it. I decided to pull it out, show it off for you guys because it is just so absolutely badass and amazing. So, oh, look at those, so many zombies. Not anymore. No, I'm not dead. I am 100% completely fine. And then I'm pretty sure I get a Margwa spawn in, and it's just like, that's cool, bro. Let's go. So that's the ultimate sword. Like I said, it's difficult. Be careful with the Margwas. If you've got 2 players, you might want to have 1 player take the zombie, as you can only do 1 per round. Keep that in mind. So you got to be efficient with it, and Each player has to do it individually. But anyways, guys, that is the end of the guide. So we've gone over everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it's not meant to be like a high round strategy, more just a reference guide to show you how to do everything in this map. Very, very long video, so if you guys are still here, please leave a like. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm mostly like a live streamer, gameplay kind of guy, but this is just something I've been doing since Transit, Black Ops 2, and I want to continue this tradition as I love doing these videos. It's awesome doing complete guides. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Keep in mind, this is done the 3rd day of this map being out, so there may be like a few small things that release later, but this is the most part of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you later.